Since man first walked upright on the earth, he has sought fuel for heating, cooking and, of late, power for industry. Today, in all corners of the world, natural gas is accepted as the clean, efficient fuel. It's used in industry, commerce and in the home. In Australia, bringing that fuel to our eastern states is a mammoth task. It requires over 1,750 kilometres of high-pressure pipeline traversing portions of 3 states, and it requires the skill of over 130 people. The Pipeline Authority, a Commonwealth Government statutory authority, is the owner and operator of this pipeline network, which commences right here at Moomba in the northeast of South Australia. 3,000 to 4,000 metres below the Earth's surface lie some of the most extensive gas deposits in the world in the huge Cooper Basin. Gas flows from the wells to the processing plant at pressures of around 10,000 kPa or 1,450 pounds per square inch, and that's 50 times the pressure in your car tyre. The Moomba gas processing plant, operated by Santos, is one of the most modern facilities of its type in the world. Over $220 million has been spent in this plant during the past 12 years. The raw gas is cooled and the carbon dioxide, LPG, excess liquids and impurities such as sulphur compounds are stripped from it before it commences its trip to the eastern seaboard and other cities and towns along the way. The pipeline passes through some of the harshest country found anywhere. Leaving Moomba, the pipeline passes through 150 kilometres of red sand dunes, through numerous dry creek beds and lakes, as well as through hard rock outcrops. After passing through north-east and South Australia, the pipeline goes through the corner country, where the borders of South Australia, Queensland and New South Wales meet. This is hot, sparsely populated country, and the few graziers who live in this region have come to know and respect the Pipeline Authority and its personnel. The organisation has been instrumental in bringing better communications to the remote outback. With the assistance of telecom, the Pipeline Authority have established a microwave and two-way radio communication system in this remote part of Australia. The authority uses this system to constantly monitor the pipeline. In all, some 92 stations or towers along the pipeline send reports automatically to Young every 30 seconds. The telecommunications system has resulted in major improvements in remote area telephone services, allowing remote homesteads, towns and villages STD and ISD phone connections. Organisations such as the Flying Doctor, the police, National Parks and Wildlife and the ambulance service, amongst others, have also benefited by the presence of the Pipeline Authority. The Pipeline Authority is regarded as a local in this remote region of the state. Along the main route there are 53 valve sites and 10 scraper station positions strategically sited. From the scraper stations, a pig, a cleaning and testing device, can be inserted into the pipeline. These pigs are then propelled along the line by the gas flow. At the next scraper station, the pig is then retrieved. Pigs are regularly sent along the line testing the steel pipeline for flaws or deformities and to keep the pipeline clean on the inside. At regular intervals, the Pipeline Authority conduct gas awareness training courses where the emergency services such as police, ambulance and fire brigades are brought together. Graziers under whose property the pipeline passes also attend the days, for if a problem should occur, the first contact for TPA would be the closest landholder. At most gas awareness days, a release of gas from a nearby scraper station is undertaken. This graphically shows the pressure and consequently the care which must be taken around the pipeline. The main pipeline, which was commissioned in 1976, travels some 1,300 kilometres from Moomba to Wilton near Sydney. As well, there are several other pipelines branching off the main line along the way. The main line is 864 millimetres in diameter and cost $240 million to construct. It passes by small isolated townships like Tibooburra and past remote homesteads. Over many miles, the only animals are kangaroos and emus. It crosses the Paroo River, which is usually dry, but when in flood, is in places over 20 miles wide. Near Tilpa, in the far west of New South Wales, the pipeline crosses the Darling River before slicing through the low pine-covered hills near Cobar. At Buller Park, 110 kilometres west of Cobar, the Pipeline Authority have a major gas compression station. Two huge 4,000 kilowatt gas turbine engines drive the compressors, which increase the capacity of the pipeline to approximately 10 million cubic metres of natural gas per day. This installation is one of a number of similar stations which will be built along the line to increase the capacity to around 20 million cubic metres per day when required. South of Cobar, the pipeline passes through the Mallee area and crosses the Lachlan River and then enters mixed farming areas eastward toward Young, where the Pipeline Authority's major control centre is situated. The communication system, which connects the control stations with the valve sites and scraper stations along the complete length of the pipeline, is all linked back to this control room at Young. From this room, a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week watch is kept on the temperature, flow, pressure and many other items which affects the gas flow through the pipeline network. The control centre is in constant touch, not only with the pipeline, but with personnel both on the ground and in the air. A complete aerial survey of the pipeline is undertaken every 2 weeks. The Pipeline Authority's helicopter makes regular runs along the pipeline, as does a fixed-wing aircraft. Right-of-way staff from the Pipeline Authority check to see that the pipeline is in good order and washaways or erosion has not affected the safety of the line. They also check that no building activity or other construction is taking place along the route, as this may affect the integrity of the pipeline. Before construction of the pipeline, a detailed investigation was undertaken to ensure that the line would cause minimum disruption to the environment. Before construction can take place, every farmer along the route is contacted by the Pipeline Authority to ensure that disruption to their lifestyle is kept to an absolute minimum. The Pipeline Authority right-of-way personnel call on graziers and make them aware of the activity that will occur and each party's responsibilities in regard to the easement requirements. The right-of-way crew keep in contact with the farmers while the construction is underway. After the construction is completed, this liaison continues so that the farmer is satisfied that his livelihood is not affected. After construction, the Pipeline Authority undertake resowing and replanting of the route to ensure that vegetation will grow over the pipeline, leaving little to indicate its presence. From Young, a spur line heads northeast, taking natural gas to the cities of Bathurst, Orange and Lithgow, as well as the township of Oberon, high in the Great Dividing Range. This line is bringing new industry to the central west of New South Wales in market sectors as diverse as white goods manufacture and timber processing. Construction of this line was completed in December 1987 at a cost of $35 million. Taking a route south from Young is the Southern Pipeline, which links Wagga and Cootamundra to the natural gas network. This line was completed in 1980, and it is hard to see the route of the pipeline through the countryside in this area. The maintenance of the pipeline is the prime consideration of all those who work with the Pipeline Authority. Mechanical and electrical maintenance personnel travel the length of the pipeline carrying out regular maintenance work on the TPA equipment. In the construction of the pipeline, only fully tested pipe is used. Every weld is x-rayed to ensure that it is sound, and the coating on the pipeline is checked for proper coating thickness. After installation, the condition of the pipeline is constantly monitored. To inhibit corrosion, a low electrical charge is applied to the pipeline. This is called cathodic protection. The Pipeline Authority are recognised as world leaders in this method of corrosion protection. Along the entire length of the pipeline, regular checks are made to ensure that the electrical charge is being transmitted at correct levels. This being done by teams equipped with motorbikes and sophisticated mini-computers. At Dalton, some 100 kilometres east of Young, another branch line is taken off the main line. This spur line takes natural gas to the nation's capital, Canberra. The line is some 60 kilometres long and was completed in 1981. The main line from Dalton progresses through the Southern Highlands, serving the cities of Goulburn, Mossvale, Barrel and the township of Marulan. Just outside Wilton, on the southern outskirts of Sydney, the pipeline crosses the Nepean River. This crossing is the deepest and most difficult on the entire journey from Moomba. The TPA pipeline concludes its journey at the small township of Wilton, at which point the gas is passed over to the Australian Gaslight Company, who deliver the gas to homes, factories and businesses in Sydney, Newcastle and Wollongong. Natural gas is the future energy used today. It has allowed industry to compete on world markets through economic energy costs. Natural gas is opening up new horizons for commerce in cities and is bringing reliable energy to homes. Many things have happened since the Pipeline Authority was established by Act of Parliament in 1973. Over 1,750 kilometres of pipeline has been set in place. But more to the point, the Pipeline Authority have brought a reliable economic energy source to Australian homes and industry. The Pipeline Authority is an organisation all Australians can be proud of.